Got our money's worth out that silver deer, didn't we, this year? How are you? I hope you brought him back. We brought him back. New year, new start, season's greetings and all that. I hope you are well. It's 6 o'clock, which means we are going to launch a brand new one-day special. What is a one-day special? I hear you cry. Your guess is as good as mine. No, it's a time-limited offer that starts now at 6 o'clock and will finish at 6 o'clock tomorrow, stock dependent. Now, we're talking Heartfelt creations. We're talking a worldwide exclusive. We are talking direct dispatch from the USA. So it's not coming to us. It's not going from the US to us and then back. We're going to send it to you. It's coming straight from the US to you, which is a first, I feel. We're also talking a different configuration of bundles. Normally, we come in with the complete collection. Go for all this. Way, have it all. But sometimes you can't go for all of it because your budget won't stretch that far, and then we don't really touch on the bits that create that one big collection. Well, now we've reversed it. We've reversed, which means we're going to bring you the elements that make up that big collection. I've got the big collection on the show, but I've also got the smaller elements as well. Maybe your budget will only stretch to one or two of them. The choice is yours. I've got stamps and dies that match together, which make a little bundle, which gives me 3 little bundles, as you can see in front of me. I've also got paper pads on the show. That one big bundle, and I've also got the brand ambassador for Heartfelt Creations. It wouldn't be one of them shows without our lovely Nikki. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
And all that. I haven't seen you since.
Well, it is only the 2nd of January. You do know
that. Is, well, I've been off for a while.
Oh, right then. Just rub it in then.
Just I've been off.
While we've all been here working, you've had a week off.
Well, yeah, what point do you stop saying? I say I've been off. I've been ill.
I'd probably say all through January, to be honest.
So like the 1st of February, all the way to the end of Jan?
Yeah. Because you might not see somebody for another 2 weeks.
Very true. Sometimes
so
I
you
make
can get away with it.
I like it. We'll use that then. We'll go with it.
I think we should go with it.
Until we start getting emails going, when are they going to stop this? That's good. Slightly different configuration of bundles.
It is, yes. So this is actually a really great collection for that, because we've got 3 floral frames. You've got the rectangular floral frame that we're just looking at here. Then we've got the curvy floral frame. And then we have the oval floral frame. So you've got the choice. Like you said earlier, not everyone can go for that big bundle.
That's true.
It's 2nd of January. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It's the 2nd of January. No, and I'm with you on this one all the way. And some people would say, go for this, go for that. Let's be fair, it's the 2nd of Jan, we've just come over Christmas, we've just got over New Year. Maybe we haven't got that big bundle, but if you have got £29.98, you could go for the full frames that you want to go for. So you've got your rectangle floral frame that you've got in there, you've got your swervy, and you've also got your curvy and your ovals thrown in there as well. All under the same item numbers, 634650 is your item number, £29.98. Let me show you some of the samples so you can see what you're getting with these. Do you want me to show them, or do you want... Oh, yeah, there we go. Look, we're all over this like a car bonnet. £29.98 is what you're looking at. So this is your rectangular floral frame that you've got in here. Like this, because if you only want something small, you get the stamp that matches with this as well, which is absolutely divine. It can be used as a standalone die. It can be used as a standalone stamp, but putting them together, it's going to colour it in for you straight away. That is your curvy floral collection that you're looking at. Something that, we knew you'd do this. We changed the format. You go totally different. You don't want the single bits. You're thinking, yeah, we've got a bit of money. I've got a bit of money. I've got a bit of Christmas money. Santa left me in his sack. Well, I've got the big bundle for you as well. If you want the big bundle, you're going to get the big bundle. You're going to get all the dies. You're going to get all of the stamps. You're going to get the paper pad thrown in as well. 24 double-sided papers, 12 by 12, 2 sheets of each design, acid and ligament free. Here we go then. Let me show you some of the papers. This is what Heartfelt do so well. Have you got one of these?
I have.
Oh yeah, it saves me muscles.
I did wonder what you was doing over there, and I thought, well, I'll let you struggle for a few minutes before I let you know that I've actually got one here. So yes, Heartfelt paper pads are more of a paper kit, because you have got your matte layering that's been done for you. You've got your panels in there. And there you can see some of the images from the actual stamps that we've got, that we've just looked at. And then obviously you've got more panels, you've got some strips down here where you can pop your sentiments. Love the colours of this one, sort of like your greens and your denim blues. You've got some sort of, I can't think what the colour now, teal.
Oh.
Did you go teal? I'm
Yeah.
calling that teal. Very pretty, very floral. This is going to be one of those collections that you're going to be able to use these frames with other collections that you have in your crafty stash. You've got your beautiful florals in there as well. So yes, we have got the frames, but you have got some florals in there as well. So I'm thinking great for the beginner crafters because it's got a bit of everything in there that you're going to need to make your cards. So this is when we say you've got your panels and then you've got your image in there, that's the kind of thing that you're going to be able to create when you get your stamps and dies at home. As always, you do have the pages that actually do coordinate with your dies. Now, with Heartfelt dies, the edging, the cutting edge is right on the edge, which means that when I pop that down, that is actually going to fit perfectly over there. And then you've also got your florals in there. So if I just take that other die there, you can see that that's going to fit perfectly, if I can get it to match. There we go. That is also going to fit on there perfectly. So if you want to make some really nice, easy, quick cards, you have got the elements there. Lots of flowers in there as well. You've got lots of leaves. And of course, as with all Heartfelt paper pads, you've got 2 of each design. So you've got lots to go at. You've got your 6x6s in there as well, which is always handy to make your smaller cards. And these are kind of like a mirror image of the larger images that I've just shown you.
20% now, 20% of that big bundle has now already gone. I'm staying with you, Nikki, we'll keep looking. But 20% of that big bundle now has already gone. If you want to get yours, £87.93, 624350 is your item number.
Oh, I've done now. I'm on the last page anyway. So we've got some tags on the back page as well, which all coordinate with those dies. So yeah, absolutely beautiful, beautiful paper pad that you are going to get if you go for the, it's not the one day special, is it? It's just
well, it's just a big I want it all bundle, but you can go for an extra paper pad on its own as well if you want to. So if you are only going for the smaller elements, so the frames and the stamps, the matching bundles, you can go for another one for £17.99. Bottom of the screen for those details for your 12x12. So maybe you want to. So some people do go for the 2 of the paper pads, even if they're going for the big bundle, because you can split the cost of this. You can split the cost anyway, so it'll also split the cost onto your other paper pad. So you're splitting the cost of this at £29.99. You split the cost of your paper pad on its own for £17.99. It's worth having a little go. 624350 is your item number. 20% of the stock has already gone. If they want it all, they want it all. Yes, very thespian of me. They want it all collection. Saving of £20 because all the carryover savings that you get here, it's not actually a £20 saving, it's more that you're getting on this one, because everything rolls over to the big bundle as well. 624350 is your item number. You get this matching stamps and die collections, and you're also going to get that paper pad as well thrown in, and you're also going to get your inspiration sheet that we never talk about, and I don't know why. You're going to get your inspiration sheet on there, which basically breaks down a card for you. So the minute you get it home, you have a ready-made, that's enough, I'm not a library, you have a ready-made card good to go, and it all comes in a little storage bag as well. What more could you ask for, I hear you cry? £78.93, 3 flexible payments of £29.31. 624350 is your item number for the Want It All collection. Maybe your budget won't stretch to the big collection. Well, do not fear about that. I've now got little collections for you as well, which is your one-day special. So these are the collections that you'll see at the top of the website when you log on there now. They are the smaller collections of the floral frames that you've got there, but you were all going for the complete. You are all going for the complete. We said, do you want to go for the small ones time and time again? Oh, we only want the little ones sometimes. We only want this time. This time we thought we'll change everything around. A quarter of the big bundle now has already gone. A quarter of the big bundle now has already gone. You can't win. You cannot win in this building. 624350, you're going to enjoy it. I really know you're going to enjoy this collection when you get it home, because it's not and I mean this in a Heartfelt, if you're watching, I'm so sorry for what I'm about to say, but it's not pinholing anyone. You're not pigeonholing someone into a floral cottage. You're not pinholing into someone into a flower. It's really, it's like a waffle. It's versatile. They're waffly versatile, as the advert once said. I don't know, but that's what the advert said. Isn't it? You can put them with eggs, bacon, Sinton, they're waffling versatile. But that's what it is. And it's not very, yes. Well, it is true though, Nick. It's not pigeonholing it into flowers. Because some people don't do flowers, but these are just frames.
They're frames, but you've got your flowers in there. But then if you think about all the other flowers that you've got, you may have the clematis collection, you may have the garden rose collection, you may have other collections that you can now think, right, I can use these frames and use those other collections as well.
No, I think it's true, and you could also, if you're thinking, well, Adam, you've just contradicted yourself because there's flowers on there, but yeah, but you can cover these flowers quite easily.
Absolutely, with any flower that you want.
With any flower or any embellishment, I reckon you could, some butterflies, you could still get away with putting them over the flowers if you do. Oh, well, I'm choking on my waffle. If you just die cut them out, you could then die cut them and stick your butterflies down the side, and you would never know that there was a flower under there. Right then, should we go to demo to prove my point? Let's do it.
We could come to demo, but because we were going and we were looking at the smaller bundles, I thought somebody in my ear was going to say, oh, we've got a favourite, Nikki. Have you got a favourite? Then we can go, I'm going to choose my first demo to go with
We do have a favourite, the Curvy. We're all loving a Curvy at the moment.
Curvy. Right, so basically what I'm going to do is...
Katie, if not chipping in.
I'm kind of going to do it by... I'm going to do it by kind of... I don't know where I've lost my train of thought there. I'm doing it from scratch, right?
Oh, OK. I like these ones.
Right, so...
Then we can see how it all goes together.
My image. So this is one of the images. If you remember... on the paper pad, you've got your images sort of like in the corner, so you can cut that out. So I've got that, I've got some flowers, and which one are we going for? Curvy. Right, so the Curvy is curvy, basically.
I like this one though.
It's going to be one of them shows. I'm so sorry, everyone. You have got some florals in here as well, which I have already made up, and we'll have a little play with them later on, I think. So when you want to go and stamp this out, I would really, really recommend you using a stamp platform, because look at the size of it. They're actually 4 by 5, and I think that goes for all of them that we've got.
Silly question, but I get paid to ask them, so I'm going to ask it anyway.
I don't mind silly questions.
Could we use a stamp on its own if we didn't have a die cutting machine?
Yeah, I would
As in,
say
if I just
so.
wanted to frame something on the front of a card, say I wanted to make an aperture on the front of a card.
Yes.
Couldn't I just use the stamp without the die if I just wanted to stamp straight?
Vice versa, yes you can.
So
definitely.
maybe I didn't want to stamp, or I didn't want to die cut because I haven't got the right die cutting machine at the moment. I'm waiting for a Christmas delivery, maybe.
Okay. Ooh. So I'm going to ink that up. I'm using a green, and what's really nice about these is you can go any colour. You can go gold if you wanted. You can go silver, so if it's for a silver or golden wedding, you can do that. Or you can do what I'm doing, which is I've chosen a nice green, and basically, if you notice, when I actually put that frame on there, I kind of let it flop on there, if that made sense. Does that make sense?
It made sense.
It flopped.
It flopped on.
Purely because when it comes to taking your die, that will then fit perfectly over.
So don't pull your stamp out of proportion.
Don't pull it out of shape. Just let it kind of flop, if that's the right word. So I've already got one die cut. So you know what we were just saying? Can you stamp? You can, but I don't think I would want to use a craft knife and cut all around that.
But you could colour those in with other things if you want. Like we could use my quickie glue pens and stuff like that.
You could. So once you've die cut that out, you're going to pop that through your machine, and then you're going to get left with your frame. Now what I've also done is I've taken another frame, exactly the same one, and just die cut that out without stamping.
Oh, that's just the die
in some
cut.
gold. And then I'm going to just add some colour. So this is where my daubers are really going to come in to themselves.
Let me bring you details in for the Daubers before. Oh, I'll do that in a minute, the 30%. Let me bring you details in for your Daubers. I have got Daubers on the show. I've got 12 Daubers, stack and store, precision Daubers in a triangular form. £13.99. Always busy for your Daubers. You love a set of Daubers. You really, really do. Everyone has normally have a Dauber per colour. You normally have a Dauber per colour.
Yeah, I mean, I've got sort of like 2 or 3 with my pinks. I've got a couple with different shades of blues on. So yeah, 2 or 3.
It's worth going for.
Sort of like different colours.
For £13.99, 069154 is your item number. Something else I need to tell you though before we go back to Nikki, I added 30% of the complete collection. 30% of your complete collection has now already gone. 624350 is your item number for I Want It All, the floral frames. £87.93. You're saving £20, but your savings are actually carried over. Let's get back. It's actually £34, to be honest. It's actually 34, but we're not allowed to tell you that on the telly. But it's £34 is what you're saving. Let's go back for Daubers. Right,
so even though I've coloured it in green, I can now go over all the elements. So I'm going in with a really nice, vibrant lime green. Got some little berries there. And then I'm just going to check to see. I think there's one more leaf here, look. So I'm going in, and I'm not too fussed if I go over the edges a little bit because I am going to add some flowers. Of course I'm going to add flowers because I do like my flowers, but you don't have to. Like you said, the images here, you don't have to use your dimensional flowers on this at all.
No, because I was thinking these would be nice for journaling and photo albums.
These would look lovely with your photos in, wouldn't they?
Yeah, just keeping them like 2-dimensional and not going all out. Because then you still, that's what I was saying, can you just stamp and put something behind them?
Yeah, and as I say, you can put your sentiments in there. I'm going now to go in with sort of like a salmon colour.
Even just mounted. Imagine doing these, then mounting them on a bit of grey board and putting school photos in and things like that.
I like that idea. I do like the idea of using these for your photos. Great for your, like you say, your mini albums, your scrapbooking.
I think a little 7x5 might fit. You might have to cut it down, but...
Do they still do the sets of the children? You know, when you have the school photos,
yeah,
then, do you still get sort of like the larger one?
What did I have this year? 2 large, 5 small, and 4 keyring size.
So they would be perfect for these.
For the people you don't like that often, you just give them a little
Yeah,
photo.
they get the small one.
They get the small one.
Nothing changes, does it, sometimes?
Depends
So I'm going in with a darker orange now.
Family pecking order, depends what size you get.
And I did miss a leaf on there, which, to be honest, I'm probably not going to see it, but I might see it, so I will go in and colour that in. And that's basically my frame done.
Okay.
Okay, if you want to, you can add more detail if you aren't going to be adding any other sort of like elements to it. So then I'm coming back with my actual card now. So I've got one of my floral frames from, we launched these Black Friday, I think.
Oh.
I've completely lost track of time, but I'm sure it was Black Friday. So I've cut this from the paper pad. So this is kind of going to be the backdrop to my card. So think of all the other collections that you've got, all those decorative dies that you've got that you can use. And this is the Heartfelt gold mirror card that I think we might actually have on the website.
We'll have a little look.
Really does cut out really well, and I, to be honest, would probably, this is my go-to gold cardstock. So I've just added some foam pads just on each corner, and that is actually going to fit in there perfectly. Okay, now I do need to check to make sure that I've got that the right way. Right, so the larger one, that's it. Yeah, got it the right way. Tell you why, because I'm going to take that die now, put that ink out of the way, and I'm going to now die cut that cottage detail. Oh. So yes, I can use the frame, but actually cottage after that's upside down.
So this would cut the frame beautifully as well, so this is nice.
Absolutely perfectly.
So there's no real waste so far, I've noticed. You've got no waste whatsoever from all these die cuts that you've made.
These I will use, as I say, the frame for a different card, but it's the actual cottage that I want on this one. So just pop that through my die cutting machine.
Do you need one of the big A4 machines for these dies?
No, you can actually use your A5.
Oh, so
They
you've got
will
one
all
of the
fit
smaller
through your
dies.
A5 die cutting machines. And they cut out absolutely perfectly. So that's the part that I want, but let's just look how that frame's just cut out, look.
Oh, look at that. It's a
that.
ready-made card.
Easy and quick, isn't it? We don't always have time to spend hours in the craft room, but sometimes we just want to make something.
That's the one that you've just coloured, more or less.
Right, so that is actually upside down, okay. So it's just as well I didn't glue it down, and it's on foam pads.
Couldn't you turn the whole card around?
I could, but then the card's going to be
is it already built on the card?
Yeah. Right, so get it right, and then put that in there. So that's going to fit perfectly in there. So just go all around the edges to make sure that's all going to glue down, and then pop that in. And that's just going to sit just inside. So what I'm doing now is just to make sure that that's all down, is taking my pokey tool and just make sure that that's all in there. There we go. And because I've used my wet glue, I have got some movability, so I can.
Even they just look so professional already.
And it's when now I'm going to go in with my coloured frame. So,
You'll never guess what?
And then I'm just going to pull that down slightly. What are we guessing?
A third of the stock's already gone.
Already? No.
A third of the stock of the big collection now has already gone. We are busy for the 2nd of January at 6 o'clock. If you want the big bundle, the dies, it's on 3 flexible payments as well. I'll give you all the details shortly. Let's get back to demo. Your first payment, though, is less than one option of the one-day special. Just saying. Yeah, I know you have to pay it twice. Or 3 times, don't you? Because you pay it once, twice, 3 times for Heartfelt. But then you're going to get it all. You're going to get the whole lot. Can you tell I've been off for a week and not really spoke to anyone?
Yeah, you're kind. Well, I'd like to say you probably always like it. But
I'm really not. No, I was ill all over Christmas.
Polite? Am I supposed to be polite?
I was ill. I was full of the flu. I had man flu.
You had man flu, did you? I know the feeling.
5 days. Well, 3 days. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day.
So now what I've done is, can you see what I've done? I've lifted that up so that now curvy frame is lifting off of my gold frame that's underneath. Okay. That doesn't want to sit. I'll tell you what, we'll bring the glue gun over because that's more instant if I can get it.
We got a new glue gun.
We have.
Was Santa kind and bought you a new glue gun?
I bought it myself.
Okay.
But yes.
Come on, Santa, pull your socks off.
It's.
That's a big boy.
Look at that, and it's actually a really good glue gun. Now, for my flowers. So I'm going to bring on the glue gun again. So I've layered these up, and you can. Use your flower shaping tool, which we do have on the show, but I've actually used which mould have I used? I think it was from the Oakbury Lane collection, and I can't think what the flowers were called, but they actually do fit in. If I just grab some.
So we haven't got the moulds on this show, but if you've got the moulds from previous collections, these flowers fit in these moulds.
Any of your moulds will work. Honestly, these are lovely because they just fit in there perfectly. And even the leaves do as well. So it does save a lot of time. But what we'll do is later on, I will show you how you can mould them with your flower shaping tool. So if you are new to Heartfelt, and this is the first time you've sort of like got flowers and you're thinking, wow, I want to...
I like this glue gun.
You're impressed with this glue
I
gun,
like the
aren't
end.
you?
I like the precision end that you've got
I know.
there.
I've got
I've
that
not seen it before,
purposely for my flowers, so that when I glue my stamens in the middle, I can get in the centre. So I'm going to stick a few of these on, going for yellow and sort of that soft colour. But can you see why I was fussed about colouring in the flowers?
Yeah, can you still see the back?
But that's just sort of like the background, sort of like you can see them a little bit.
It's very Jack and the Beanstalk-esque.
This one is, isn't it?
This
Yes.
one is sort of the Green Giant, sort of the scroll-esque that's in there. I see this for wedding cards, and you are invited, like, save the date.
Yes.
That's my editorial, from Jack and the Beanstalk to a wedding.
To a wedding.
That's how I
But you
roll.
you could heat emboss the frames with your, I don't know where I'm putting this flower now. I've got to put it somewhere because it's got glue on it. And you've got your leaves as well. But yeah, you could just use your gold or silver embossing powder. And I'm just really just going to add a few leaves here. And then in one of the frames, and I think it is, and that doesn't want to stick. Come on, just do as you're told, please. Can you tell that I spend a lot of time on my own in the craft room?
Me and you both, by the sounds of it. We're both happy to be out.
Yeah, I know.
Happy to be in public again.
But yeah, I talk to myself. But if you can just see, just add in a few of those leaves, not too many. So in the oval frame,
Yes.
you have got a stamp. And it says, for my friend. I thought, for some reason, I was going to add for my sweet friend in there, but it doesn't say sweet at all. But what I'm going to do is, so I've heat embossed that as well in sort of like that orange colour. And then I'm taking that die again on some gold mirror card. And just take that through. And then that, I'm going to use my glue gun for this because it's going to, I've got to use my glue gun because
Got to use, got to be used.
it's got to be done. But it's instant as well, and it's going to lift it up slightly. So again, I'm going to offset that slightly so you get that really nice soft bit of gold. Then I'm going to bring my card back over, take some of that, because I've got the glue bits, that's going to bug me. It's not going to
Get rid of
come
them,
off.
hot heat gun.
It's what, sorry?
Heat gun. We'll get rid of them bits of glue.
Oh, will it?
Yeah. You
How?
blast it with a heat gun.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, I'm thinking heat gun. I'm looking at my glue gun thinking I'm not sure where he's going with that. Oh, right. Top tip.
Top tip.
Top tip for the
I don't know
hour.
if you taught. I'm sure you taught it to me.
Did
Put your
I?
heat gun and wispy bits on a glue gun.
And then I've just added that on there, and that is a really, really elegant.
Oh,
So-
look at this. Oh, that's cute.
Isn't it nice? And as I say, there's a lot of other, I think, a lot of other paper pads that you're going to be able to work with this.
This has also got scope to go through all the year, I feel, as well. Like that card is very summer, spring, sort of Easter. But you could
Christmas.
also go very winter
Yeah,
with
definitely.
these frames.
Yeah, just think about all the other collections that you've got, all the paper pads that you brought over the last 12 months that you can cut out and use the images.
You
for
can
the
turn them into
inside of the
shaker
frames.
cards. There's so many possibilities with this one. It's £87.93. But guess what? 40% of the overall stock now has already gone. 624350. If you want all the stamps, all the dies, and you also want the paper pad included as well in this, 2 sheets of each is what you're going to be getting. So you're going to get all of this cardstock and paper stock. It's absolutely beautiful, double-sided every single time. Acid and ligament free. It's worth its weight in gold, because if you're just starting out, the dies will fit for some of the elements that are already in the paper pad that we saw during that demo. 624350 is your item number, £87.93, or 3 interest-free flexible payments of £29.31 should you want to. If this is too much, which we understand is the 2nd of January. If this is too much, we've broken it down again for you into 3 separate elements. Am I live walking? Oh, my producer said yes. Oh, thank you, Mum and Dad. Where are we going? Let's go. So, little arguments. It's like Christmas Day all over again. We're not playing Monopoly. Right then, you've got your 3 separate elements that you've got in here already. So, if the big bundle's too much, you can go for your rectangle floral frames. You can go for your curvy floral frames. Or you can go for your oval floral frames. Your curvy's in the lead so far. 20% of the curvy now has already gone of your curvy that we are looking at. We're showing finished samples, I'm now being told. It's like a pagoda that you're looking. I like the way the frame goes around the back, or a little briefcase. From pagoda to a briefcase, from a wedding to pantomime. But look how well they work. But you could cut that down even more. If you could just use them as borders and just use either side. So that's just straight. That's your rectangle. Then I've got your curvy. So these are all the curvy ones that you see here. So just using that little Madden layer that you've got all the way around the side. And then the oval, which we've not really seen yet. It's this tiny little one in the middle, but it still packs a punch. Look at that. And how well it works on embossed cardstock. So it's just like this little tiny back row that you're getting in there. Add a few flowers, very, very decorative. And then you've also got maybe a new home card. Maybe you go around and take an actual photo of the house. A little bit creepy, but you know, welcome to your new home. Make sure they've moved in first before you send it, otherwise the old occupants will still be there and there's you with the camera. Little bit wrong. Hiding in a bush. £29.98. Well, you look a bit weird just standing on the street taking a picture of someone's house. You've got to hide, didn't you? Hiding in a bush doesn't look weird. Ask Janice. £29.98 is what you're looking at. For individuals, you've got your stamps and your dies. 634650 is your item number. £17.99 if you want to throw an extra paper pad in that as well. Worth having a little look. Make your own bundle. Make your own little bundle. Maybe you want one of the sets and one of the paper pads, but then think in the long run. Because the long run, what you're paying here for one of the sets, this is more than your first flexi for that big bundle. So if you're sitting there thinking, oh, I'd love it all. I'd love one of them and one of them and one of them, or I'd love one of them and one of them. New year, new you, go on, splash out, treat yourself. It's the 2nd. Worry about it in February. Go on, you know you want to. Worry about it later. Give him half a can of stout. He'll be fine. He'll never know you've charged it. Just say it's the water bill's gone up. £29.98 is what you're looking at. Only go where your budgets will stretch. I'm laughing and joking with you, but only go where your money will go to. Don't overstretch if you don't want to. We are now going to go to our next demonstration. Is where we're going to off to now. What are we up to now, Nick? I'm still
in the bush taking photos.
You're still in bushes taking photos?
I'm just actually covering the name up on there. Right, so we're going to go for the curvy one. I have to say, this is probably my favourite.
Oh, you like the small?
Yeah, I'm not sure why, so please don't ask me why. I just like the fact that it's oval and it works with a lot of my decorative dies. Right, so I'm going in and...
I think it's different as well.
It is.
It is slightly different than the norm.
And like you say, when you actually do these, you can use any flowers on here, or you could do it without flowers. I reckon just use the ones that are on.
The smaller one as well, I would also use, I'd probably stamp it and use it as a wreath. Because it gives you that perfect
Yes,
oval
it does,
straight away.
yes.
Then you're never going to see underneath, are you, to be honest?
So I'm actually going to, and I haven't used any glitter embossing powder for a while, so I'm just thinking that I am going to emboss this because I'm thinking I won't have to add any colour to it.
Okay.
So it's going to be quite glitzy.
Do you want me to do some numbers while you plug that
So
in?
yeah, so because I'm not prepared.
If you want to go
am
for the
I?
big collection, you can go for the big collection. I Want It All collection. Your first payment is £29 and 31 pence is what you're looking at. Nikki's just installing a plug at the time. 624 350. How much of the stock now? 40%? 40% of the big bundle now has already gone. It's the first live hour. The other team are back with you tomorrow. Janice is with you tonight at 8 o'clock. Then you've got your Yanis, your Paolas and your Haleys that are with you. And your Alexes, I think, tomorrow. Are taking you through the day. Yes, they're on the new schedule. Right, then let's go back to demo.
I am ready now.
Are you ready now?
I am
fine,
ready.
I don't mind.
Right. So I'm going to go in with my sticky ink. So my choice of sticky ink is Versamark, and it's just a nice sticky ink that means that when I stamp this down, it is going to leave the impression of the image with some stickiness. I totally made all that up. Did you tell? Could you tell?
I was there. I was engrossed. I was like, oh, this is good. I've never heard this
sticky ink.
editorial before.
So you can't, or you can actually just see, because I've obviously used my stamp with a coloured ink before. And then, I'll just pop that to one side. And then I've got some flowers there. So I'm just going to take my Wow embossing powder. And just make sure all that is covered.
If we haven't got an anti-static bag to do this, is there any other things we can use?
You can use a tumble dryer sheet.
Oh, okay,
They
we've all
work,
got one of them from
and it
Parchment.
makes them smell nice as well, your cards.
Oh.
But they work very well. There are various other things on the market, I do believe, but I always go with
An anti-static bag.
my anti-static bag. Right, so can you see the detail on that?
Yeah,
That
look at
is
that.
the mark of a really
Oh.
good stamp. Okay.
Here we go, here we go. Oh, look at that.
Right, so if I just take my heat gun now. Wow. Ready? And then we'll just go round. Now, I'm going to literally, because it's glittery, I can't actually see where I'm going. So I'm just taking that over each element. Is it me, or has this got a bit of blue in it as well?
No, I think it's from your angle.
not-
You can't see. You've got the screen. I've given you. You've got my monitor.
Oh no, you can't. There isn't
can't see it
blue
on
in
telly?
it. From up here, it looked like there was a bit of blue in it. But it kind of depends on, I suppose, what angle. But you can see all the detail in this one coming through
Really
now.
is.
Because it is a glittered embossing powder, I do find it takes a little longer to actually kind of go off. So basically, I'm just melting those granules onto my sticky ink that I well explained.
You did. It was beautiful.
I thought I did very, very well.
You explained the sticky ink very good.
There we go, and I think that's just about done. And then I've got my coordinating die. Just pop that down. I'm going to just move that over there so I don't knock that flying. And I've already got some tape on here. So I'm just using some low-tack tape, which is really important when you are matching an image up with your die so that it doesn't move. And I think that is just about perfect. Just make sure that is stuck down. So we'll pop that through your die cutting machine. Again, this is 4x5 in diameter, so it will go through your A5 die cutting machines.
A nice little size this is.
And works very well with all those decorative dies that we've brought out recently as well, because they are sort of like 7 by 5, I think. So these fit inside there. Just take my pokey tool and just get that last bit out. But there you have.
Look at that.
I mean, look, it cuts out all of the detail in that absolutely perfectly.
That's beautiful.
It's really pretty, and I'm not going to add any colour to it. But what I am going to do is, because we've got the cottages in the paper pad, it would be a real shame not to use them. So on this one, the die will work perfectly.
Is this the same cottage that we would have in stamp form that you bought us a couple of months back, last year?
It was actually, I think, this time last year.
Was it?
It was, yeah. Countryside Cottage, it was the January release last year.
Oh my word. Where's that time gone?
So that works perfectly, yes, with this collection.
Because if you've got your dies fake, then you could decoupage up your cottage, if I remember correctly.
Yes, definitely. That's what I'm saying. Heartfelt bring us the collections.
But they always go back to old collections, which I like.
But you've always got something in there that's going to coordinate with another collection. So we'll just pop that through the die cutting machine.
Because what I was thinking, if you're using all your 12 by 12, you can then sort of create your own 12 by 12 by stamping again your little cottage if you've already got it, and doing this same card, but with your own. Basically from scratch.
Exactly, but think about all the other images that we've got in other collections. It doesn't have to be the cottage. It could be, and I can't think off my head what I'm thinking, but other images that you could use inside that frame. Wow. So I actually want my frame again. So I'm actually going to frame this one in the silver mirror card. Just give it a little bit of a tap. You only need to give it a real gentle tap, because they will actually just quite easily fall out. And that's going to go on there. And then I'm also going to do exactly the same with For My Friend die in the silver. So we can pop, in actual fact, don't need that bit, because I can actually put it in the centre there. Because that's going to cut out, and that's probably what most of us would class as our waist. And then just bring that through. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so there's a few bits there that just need poking out. And these are just basics that I'm showing you. There's so much more that you can do with these frames. You can cut them up. You could just have just maybe and just use it as a corner on your card.
Snippability in this. See, I can see if you cut that one in half, I can sort of see half a moon. So you could have half a moon of flowers with something sitting in the centre of the moon, or. So
that's my friend bit. And then coming back, again, I'm using some of the decorative dies that were brought out in the past. I've cut out some, is that working? Yeah, it's a bit splodgy. From the paper pad, so that's going to be my base. So I've gone for the green on there. And then I've got one of the decorative parts, which I've used some foam tape. And this is what I said about this oval one, because it works so well with lots of the other collections that we've had. Right, so what I've done is I've cut out that frame again in white. Now I just need to make sure that I do that so it is sitting right, which is that way. Else we will have an upside down cottage. Right, so it's about there. So I've used some foam pads on this one.
I love the versatility. The more I look at them, the more I see in these.
And then I'm just making sure that that is correct. It is, yeah.
Ivy.
And then I'm going in with that silver piece. Okay, so that's going to go directly over that white. So basically what I'm doing is I'm lifting it up. Okay. And that will fit perfectly over there. So that's lifted that up nicely. And then I'm going to go in just a little bit of foam tape again. Really probably just over just the flowers, I think is probably going to be enough. And then I'll bring my frame back there, and then again, oops, that's still wet and it's going to move, hang on. Right, just make sure that that sticks down before you attempt to do what I was just going to attempt to do. So just make sure that sticks first. It's live air, is on air, isn't it? So it's not quite gone off. So when I put that down, just bring that down slightly, like that. So now that's really lifted that off my card. Put that there, and then stick that bit in. So normally this would be the waist, but because I've cut it from the paper pad, I've got that gorgeous image. So it's a little bit like you just want to paper piece that in there.
It sort of sits back from the main frame.
And then the frame is sitting away from my cottage. There we go. And then, of course, that will sit in there. Okay, you just need to hold it down and just be a little bit more patient. And that one's going to go in there, look. Even that tiny piece, look, is lifted up. And then I've got some flowers. So these are flowers from your collection. So if you're going for the full I Want It All collection, you are going to get all of these little elements. And again, I don't want to hide too much of my frame. So I'm going to go with one there. I'll go with that larger one up there. Maybe that one there. And then I've got a little bit of blue. That one can go there.
Okay, just pop of colour that you've got running through.
Just not hiding too much of the frame, because I think it's such a shame to lose all that gorgeous detail on the frame. I've got another blue one here. And that can go up there. And I've got some leaves, but do you know, I don't actually think I'm going to add them.
No, I like it.
I like it without the leaves. So we're going to leave that. And then I've got that For My Friend stamp and die. I like this. It's really pretty. It's something a little bit different. But of course, think of all the other stamps that you've got. It could be Mother's Day. It could be anniversary. It could be retirement, new home. And that's going to go from there. Again, just offsetting that slightly. And then I'm going to put that just towards the top so I don't lose that image of, I can kind of bring it round slightly so it goes around my frame. And I'm happy. But how pretty is that? Upside down. But hey, it doesn't matter. I could have got away with it. I could have just held it, couldn't I?
You could, but you could also put a bit of a fold of the card in the back. And
yeah,
have like an easel
I
card.
will cut it and I will make it so that it goes the right way.
No one will know. No one will know. And if they are picky about the card, just don't send them another one. £29 and 31 pence across. Over 40% of the stock now has already gone. I'm going to give you a quick recap. I'm going to see if I can fit in another demo this hour as well. You are looking at the I Want It All collection for the first time. This is not the main item on the show. We have a one-day special on the show, which is the smaller items all broken down, which we normally do when we sell out of this. This time we flipped it around and we knew the time of the year. We've given you the savings on those little bundles of your one-day special, but you all want it all. Everyone is putting everything into their basket. You're putting the 3 dies, the 3 stamps, and you're also adding the paper pad in as well for 3 flexible payments of £29 and 31 pence. 642. I'll start that again. 624 350 is your item number. 624 350 is your item number. £87 93 pence. 3 flexible payments on this as well, of £29 and 31 pence. If you've got it in your basket, start checking out your baskets now. You're not missing anything. I'm not going anywhere for another 7 minutes. So start checking out your baskets now. As I said, it's immediate dispatch from the US, so it's not coming to us and then we're going to send it out to you. It's coming straight from the US to you. It's a world exclusive. You can't get this anywhere else at the moment. The only way you can get it is going through the craft store website. It launched today, 50 minutes ago to the button. 50 minutes ago. This is a world launch, direct dispatch to yourselves wherever you may be in the United Kingdom, Europe or America. It will come to your door and you're going to get everything. £29, 31 pence, 3 interest-free flexible payments. 624 350 is your item number. Right, then, should we go back for another demonstration? We've got about 6 minutes.
6 minutes is absolutely fine because we're going to do some flower shaping. So this one is the set from the rectangular floral frame.
Oh, okay.
So you've got the flower and then you've got another flower and then like the stamens in there as well, and then you've got your leaf in there. Okay, so you've got 4 individual elements there. So I'm just
stamens could be snowflakes.
It could be snow. This one,
yeah,
could be a snowflake, couldn't it? Yeah. So everything's covered. Love it. Right. So why is it I take so long to choose my colour? Because I know what I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for pink, aren't I? Because I can. So I'm colouring in 2. So I'm going in from the centre on this so that it's slightly darker and then goes paler towards the edge.
Pushes and Daubers at the bottom of the screen, 069154 13.99. You're getting a stack of 12. That's 2 sets of 6.
And I'm going to do 2 of those. So I can really layer that up. And if you want to, you can colour these in before you actually die cut them out. It's completely up to you which way round you want to do it. And then let's go for a bit of aquamarine. Not sure why, but I think it works really well because you've got pink in there and you have got this really nice sort of teal colour. So again, working myself from the centre outwards. And we'll go for the same colour with that one as well, look. So you can use these individually or you could use them together, okay. So I will just add a little bit of colour on the back because you probably will see the back there.
So that's the other one you've coloured blue, is that the calyx that goes around the bottom of the flower?
It could be, yeah. Could be anything you like.
Okay.
Well, you just,
I suppose it could be another flower.
It could be another flower. It could be the centre. This is very pale, but it just looks better than just being white. So then I'm bringing in my deluxe flower shaping kit. So this is if, you know, maybe you don't have the flower shaping moulds and you just like to do all of your flower shaping by hand. So I'm going in with sort of like a smallish one, and they are magnetic, so they will just fit in just like that on your tips. we'll go in with the larger flowers first, and I'm going to spritz them with a little bit of water, and just going to go in from the centre, from the tip into the centre, and you can see how that is already shaping
really is.
my flower. And then finally that one, and then we'll go over and then just turn that around, and there you have a perfectly formed flower. With this one, I'm going to go in flower shaped image upwards, and that will just sit on the top. So I'm going to use all of these on one flower. Okay, we're just going to go for it. And then
we've got 2 minutes left, Nick.
Centre there. Then I'm going to take my glue gun, and I'm actually going to take it off my nice new mat. You're very surprised at that, I know. I am known for my messy mat. And then that one is going to sit on the top. And then we'll go in with that second one. What did you call this? The calyx?
It looks like that. You know that bit you put at the bottom of the rope when you handmade flowers, and you have that bit at the bottom that holds all the petals in?
Or you could just
I don't know if it's called a calyx. I don't know where I've got that word from.
I think it is actually, and I should know that because I'm actually a florist by trade. I know, but it's been a long day.
When I used to make flowers.
And then we'll just bring that up, and then I bring my mat back, and then I can add a little bit more shape then to that, and there you have a gorgeous little flower.
Look at that.
Isn't that pretty?
That's cute.
Sort of like you say, they're not any particular flower.
No, they're not, because you can really get away with a water lily and that sort of flower.
Definitely.
We've only got less than a minute left. Start checking out your baskets for this first live. We've actually got 45 seconds if you want me to be precise. Less than that now, to be honest. I don't know why I bothered telling you. But start checking out your baskets. Nikki will be back at 8 o'clock with our Janice this evening. Then she'll be back tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock midday, and 4 o'clock as well. But what with? Now that bit is down to you. Will it be the complete collection, or will it be the one-day special? Thank you very much, Nick.
Thank you very much.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year again.
I will see you in a couple of weeks' time.
Yes,
don't you go anywhere. There's so much more to shop for. Luke Collins is with me next. We're going all paper magic and all that. First time you've seen it, so don't miss that. Go and grab yourself a brew. I will see you in 2. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. See you then.